I woke up at 6 a.m. on my wedding day, not because I was nervous, but because I wanted to savor it. 28 years old, and this was supposed to be my day, the one day that was just about me and David. I'd planned every detail myself, paid for every single thing with money I'd saved from my job as a software engineer. My parents hadn't contributed a dime, but that was fine. I was used to it. David was still asleep at his parents' house across town, following the tradition of not seeing each other before the ceremony. I sat by the window of my apartment, watching the sunrise over Hartford, Connecticut, and let myself feel something I rarely allowed. Hope. Hope that today, my family would finally see me, really see me. My phone buzzed. A text from my mom. Running a bit behind. Madison needed help with her hair. We'll be there by 10. Can't wait. I stared at the message. The ceremony started at 11. They were supposed to help me get ready at 8. But of course, Madison needed something. Madison always needed something. I texted back a simple okay and set my phone down. Madison, my 24-year-old sister, the golden child, the one with 50,000 Instagram followers who called herself a lifestyle influencer even though I'd been quietly paying her rent for the past 2 years while she built her brand. The one who'd somehow turned my life into a supporting role in her story. It hadn't always been this way. Or maybe it had, and I just hadn't noticed. When I graduated high school as valedictorian, my parents missed the ceremony because Madison had a dance recital. When I got my master's degree in computer science, they skipped the celebration dinner because Madison was having a crisis over a boy. When I bought my first apartment at 25, my mom's response was, "That's nice, honey. Did you see Madison's latest Instagram post? She got 10,000 likes." I'd spent 6 years depositing $500 a month into Madison's account. Rent money, she said. Groceries. Phone bill. I never asked questions because I didn't want to seem resentful. I was the responsible one. The one who had it together. The one who didn't need attention. But today was my wedding day. Surely today would be different. My best friend Claire arrived at 8:30 with coffee and bagels. She took one look at my face and knew. They're late, aren't they? Madison needed help with her hair. Claire set down the coffee harder than necessary. It's your wedding day. I know. No, I don't think you do. Because if you did, you'd be furious right now instead of making excuses for them. I shrugged. What's the point of being angry? They'll be here. Claire opened her mouth to say something else, then closed it. She'd been trying to get me to see the pattern for years. The fact that I always came second. Third, if you counted my dad's business. But I didn't want to hear it. Not today. My parents and Madison showed up at 10:15. My mom breezed in like she wasn't over 2 hours late, carrying a garment bag. Sorry. Madison's hair was being impossible. But we're here now. She kissed my cheek and started unpacking her makeup. Oh, Emma, I have to tell you the most exciting news. My stomach dropped. I knew that tone. That was her something is about to become about Madison tone. Madison got engaged. The room went silent. Claire's hand froze on the zipper of my dress. What? I managed. Madison walked in behind my mom, phone in hand, barely looking up. Yeah, Tyler proposed last night. Surprise. She flashed her left hand. A massive diamond caught the light. Tyler, her boyfriend of 6 months. The real estate investor whose family owned half of Fairfield County. Last night, I repeated. You got engaged last night. The night before my wedding. I know. Crazy timing, right? Madison finally looked at me. But don't worry. We're not going to make a big deal about it today. It's your day. My mom was already texting. I just have to tell a few people. Tyler's parents are coming to the wedding, and it would be rude not to mention it. Mom, I said quietly. Can we focus on getting me ready, please? She looked up, surprised. Of course, honey. I'm just excited. You understand. I understood perfectly. The ceremony was beautiful. David cried when he saw me. His vows were simple and real. Emma, you are the quietest, strongest person I know. You make me want to be better every day. I promise to see you, always. I held on to those words like a life raft. The reception was at a renovated barn in Simsbury. String lights, mason jar centerpieces, a playlist David and I had spent weeks perfecting. For 2 hours, it was perfect. Our friends danced. David's parents gave a toast about how lucky their son was. I started to relax. Then I saw my dad walking toward the DJ booth with my mom and Madison. What are they doing? David asked. I don't know. The music faded. My dad tapped the microphone. Can we have everyone's attention, please? My stomach twisted. First, we want to say how proud we are of Emma. She's always been our responsible girl, and we're so happy she found someone like David. Applause. I smiled. Maybe this was fine. Maybe he was just doing a parent toast. But we have another announcement that we just can't keep to ourselves any longer. My dad's face split into a grin. Our Madison got engaged last night to Tyler Richardson. The room erupted. People cheered. Tyler's parents stood up, beaming. Madison ran up to the stage, waving her hand. My mom pulled her into a hug. We are so thrilled. My mom took the microphone. Tyler comes from such an accomplished family, and we just know they're going to have an incredible life together. She looked right at me. Emma, honey, you understand how exciting this is. You've always been so practical. Marrying David is perfect for you. He's a teacher, he's stable, he's sweet. But Madison, she's finally found someone who matches her ambition. Finally, we have a daughter who's really marrying up. The words hung in the air. Marrying up. David's hand tightened on mine under the table. I could feel him shaking with anger. He whispered. Did she just... It's fine, I said automatically. It's fine. But it wasn't fine. Everyone was toasting Madison. Tyler's father gave a speech about joining families and building a dynasty. My wedding had become Madison's engagement party. I excused myself to the bathroom. I needed a minute. Just 1 minute to breathe. I was standing at the sink, staring at myself in the mirror, when Madison walked in. Hey. She checked her makeup in the mirror next to me. I'm sorry about Mom's comment. You know how she gets when she's excited. At my wedding, Madison. She turned to face me. Come on. Don't be like this. It's not like you're that upset. You never care about this stuff. I planned this day for a year. I paid for everything myself. All I wanted was one day that was about me. And it is. The ceremony was beautiful. But this is good news. You should be happy for me. She touched my arm. Tyler's family is huge for Dad's business. Mom and Dad are just excited. You'll get over it. I looked at my sister. Really looked at her. And I saw someone who had never, not once, considered my feelings. You're right, I said. I will get over it. I walked back to the reception. The party had moved on. People were dancing again. David found me immediately. Are you okay? No. I kissed him. But I will be. I went to the DJ booth. Marcus, our DJ, was a friend from college. Marcus, can I use your microphone for a second? Of course. Everything okay? It will be. The music faded. I tapped the mic. Everyone turned. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry to interrupt the dancing, but I realized there's something I need to do. I found Madison in the crowd. Madison, could you come up here? She looked confused but made her way to the front, smiling like this was another moment for her. I wanted to give a toast to my little sister, I said. Madison and I have been through a lot together. She's always been the special one, the one everyone notices, and I've always been happy to support her. In fact, I've been supporting her financially for the past 6 years, $500 a month. That's $36,000 total, in case anyone's wondering. Madison's smile faltered. What are you? But the thing is, I recently found something that made me realize I don't know my sister as well as I thought. I pulled out my phone. 2 years ago, Madison left me a voicemail. She was drunk. She'd been at a party, and she thought she was calling her friend Becca, but she called me instead. Madison's face went white. Emma, don't. The voicemail is about my ex-boyfriend Jake, the one I dated for 3 years, the one who broke up with me out of nowhere, and I never understood why. I looked at her. Want to tell everyone? Or should I just play it? Please, Madison whispered. Please don't do this. Tyler had pushed through the crowd. What's going on? I pressed play. Madison's drunk voice filled the room through the speakers. Oh my God, Becca. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I've been hooking up with Jake for 4 months. Emma has no idea. She's so oblivious. It's actually hilarious. He'll text me right in front of her and she just thinks he's being friendly. I know I should feel bad, but honestly, it's kind of fun. She's always been the smart one, the successful one, and now I have something she doesn't. Her boyfriend wants me, not her. God, I'm a terrible person. But you know what? She'll never find out. Emma never pays attention to this stuff. She's too busy working and trying to make Mom and Dad proud, which, by the way, is never going to happen. They'll always love me more. Anyway, don't tell anyone. This is our secret. Then Madison's laugh. That same laugh I'd heard my whole life. The recording ended. Silence. Tyler was staring at Madison like he'd never seen her before. My parents stood frozen near their table. Madison had tears running down her face. That was 2 years ago, I said. I found this voicemail by accident last month when I was cleaning out my old phone files. I'd never listened to it before. It was marked as a missed call. I looked at Madison. Jake broke up with me a week after you left this message. And you hugged me while I cried. You told me he was an idiot and I deserved better. You helped me pack up his stuff. Emma, I was drunk. I was stupid. You were honest. I turned to the crowd. I'm sharing this because I want everyone here to understand something. For my entire life, I have bent myself into shapes to make my family happy. I've been quiet when I should have spoken up. I've given money I couldn't afford to give. I've accepted being second place, third place, not even on the podium. And I told myself it was because I was mature, because I was the bigger person, because family is supposed to sacrifice for each other. I looked at my parents. But sacrifice goes both ways. And you've never sacrificed anything for me. My mom started to speak, but I held up my hand. I'm not done, Madison. Congratulations on your engagement. I hope Tyler knows what he's getting into. As for the $36,000 I've given you over the years, consider it a wedding gift. You're going to need it. Because as of today, the bank of Emma is permanently closed. I turned to my parents. And Mom, Dad, thank you for coming to my wedding. Thank you for being 2 hours late. Thank you for turning my reception into Madison's engagement party. Thank you for making it clear, one more time, who really matters in this family. My voice cracked. I've spent 28 years hoping you'd see me. I'm done hoping. I handed the microphone back to Marcus. Can you play our first dance song? David was there in an instant. He pulled me into his arms as Elvis's Can't Help Falling in Love started playing. We swayed in the center of the dance floor while everyone watched. I'm so proud of you, he whispered in my ear. I think I just destroyed my family. No, you just saved yourself. My parents left early. They didn't say goodbye. Madison tried to approach me once, but Tyler pulled her away. I heard later that he broke off the engagement that night. The rest of the reception was actually beautiful. David's family rallied around us. His mom pulled me aside and said, "Welcome to a family that will always show up for you." I cried then. Really cried. Claire found me near the end of the night. You did it. You actually did it. I ruined my wedding. No, you took it back. The next morning, I woke up to 47 missed calls and 89 text messages. I deleted all of them without reading. David and I were supposed to leave for our honeymoon in Greece that afternoon. But first, I had one more thing to do. I went to my apartment and started packing up Madison's things. The designer clothes I'd bought her. The MacBook I'd given her for her birthday. The furniture I'd helped pay for when she moved into her place. I boxed everything up and left it in the hallway outside her apartment with a note. You're 24 years old. Figure it out. E. Then I blocked her number. My mom showed up at my apartment 3 days later. David and I were supposed to be in Greece, but I'd told my mom we were leaving Monday instead of Sunday. I wanted to see if she'd come. She did. Emma, we need to talk. No, we don't. You humiliated your sister. You humiliated us. I stood in my doorway, not letting her in. I told the truth. That voicemail was from 2 years ago. People change. Madison was young and stupid. She was 22, not 12. She's devastated. Tyler broke up with her. She's been crying for 3 days. Good. My mom looked shocked. Emma, that's cruel. No, Mom. Cruel is what you did at my wedding. Cruel is what you've done my entire life. Cruel is making it clear, over and over again, that Madison will always matter more than me. That's not true. Stop. I felt surprisingly calm. I don't want to hear it. I don't want your excuses or your gaslighting or your guilt trips. I'm done. We're your parents. Then act like it. For once in my life, act like I matter. I started to close the door. When you're ready to have a relationship with me, not the version of me that pays for things and stays quiet and makes everything easy, you can call me. Until then, leave me alone. I closed the door. She knocked for 5 more minutes, then she left. David found me sitting on the floor, staring at nothing. You okay? I don't know. He sat down next to me. For what it's worth, I think you're incredibly brave. I just blew up my entire family. They blew it up a long time ago. You just stopped pretending it wasn't on fire. We went to Greece. For 2 weeks, I didn't think about my family. I didn't check my phone. I didn't wonder if I'd done the right thing. I just existed. David and I explored Athens, laid on beaches in Santorini, ate amazing food, and talked about our future. On our last night, sitting on a balcony overlooking the Aegean Sea, David asked me if I regretted it. Playing the voicemail? All of it. I thought about it. Really thought about it. No, I regret that it had to happen at all. I regret that my family made me feel so invisible that I thought it was normal. I regret all the years I wasted trying to earn love that was never going to come. But playing that voicemail? Standing up for myself? No, I don't regret that at all. When we got back to Hartford, there was a letter waiting for me. From my dad. I almost threw it away without reading it. But David convinced me to at least look. Emma, it started. Your mother and I have been talking. We think you owe Madison an apology. What you did at your wedding was vindictive and cruel. We raised you better than that. Madison made a mistake years ago, and she's paid for it. Tyler left her. Her Instagram followers have turned on her after someone posted about what happened at your wedding. She's suffering, and it's your fault. I stopped reading. What does it say? David asked. They want me to apologize to Madison. Of course they do. I crumpled the letter and threw it in the trash. I'm not doing this anymore. Doing what? Hoping they'll change. Hoping they'll see. They won't. And I'm okay with that. 3 months passed. I changed my number. I blocked my family on all social media. I told my work not to forward any calls from them. I built a wall, and for the first time in my life, I felt safe behind it. Then, on a random Tuesday in October, my dad showed up at my office. Security called me. Emma, there's a man here who says he's your father. I almost said to turn him away. But something made me go down. He looked older, tired. He was holding a coffee cup and shifting his weight from foot to foot. Hi, he said. Can we talk? Just for a few minutes. I led him to a coffee shop down the street. We sat outside. I'm not here to ask you to forgive us, he started. I'm not here to defend what happened. I'm here because I've been thinking a lot about what you said at your wedding. I waited. You were right. We did sacrifice you. Not intentionally, or at least I didn't think it was intentional. But your mom and I, we got caught up in Madison. She was always so visible, so needy, and you were always so capable. We thought you didn't need us the way she did. I did need you. I just didn't scream about it. I know. He rubbed his face. I know that now. And I'm sorry. I'm so deeply sorry, Emma. We failed you. I failed you. Why are you here, Dad? Because you're my daughter. Because I want to know you. Not the version of you that solves problems or pays for things. Just you. I felt tears starting. It's too late. Maybe. But I had to try. He pulled out a business card and slid it across the table. This is my new therapist. I've been going for 2 months. She's helping me understand a lot of things about myself, about our family. Your mom won't go. She says therapy is for people who can't handle their problems. He smiled sadly, but I'm going. And I wanted you to know that. I picked up the card. Dr. Sarah Chen, Family Systems Therapy. I'm not asking for a relationship right now, he continued. I'm just asking you to think about it. If someday, maybe years from now, you want to try, I'll be here. I'll do the work. I promise. He stood up. Congratulations on your marriage. David seems like a good man. He is. Better than us. He kissed the top of my head, something he hadn't done since I was a little girl. I'm proud of you, Emma. I should have said that more. I should have said it every day. Then he left. I sat there for a long time, holding that business card. That night, I told David about it. What are you going to do? He asked. I don't know. Part of me wants to believe him. Part of me thinks it's just another manipulation. What does your gut say? I thought about it. My gut says he means it. But meaning it isn't enough. He has to do it. And even if he does, I don't know if I can forgive them. You don't have to decide today, or tomorrow, or ever. 6 months later, my dad was still going to therapy. I knew because he sent me a simple text every month. Still going. Still learning. Hope you're well. I never responded. But I didn't block him either. Madison tried to reach out once, through a mutual friend. She wanted to clear the air and move forward. I declined. Some bridges, once burned, should stay ash. My mom never reached out at all. I heard through the grapevine that she told people I'd had a mental breakdown at my wedding and she was giving me space to heal. The narrative was already rewritten. I was the unstable one. Madison was the victim. They were the long-suffering parents. I stopped caring what story they told. A year after my wedding, David and I moved to California. He got a job at a private school in San Diego, and I went fully remote with my company. We bought a small house near the beach. We made friends who knew nothing about my family drama. We built a life. On our first anniversary, David's parents flew out to celebrate with us. His mom helped me cook dinner. His dad taught David how to fix our leaky faucet. It was simple, normal, and it was everything I'd never had. That night, lying in bed, David asked me if I ever missed them. Sometimes, I admitted. Not them as they are, but the idea of them. The parents I wished I had. That's grief. Yeah, you're allowed to grieve that. 2 years after the wedding, my dad's texts stopped. For a week, I wondered if something had happened. Then, I got a letter. Emma, I'm not going to text anymore. It feels like I'm intruding. But I wanted you to know that I'm still here. I'm still going to therapy. I'm learning to set boundaries with your mother and Madison, which has been harder than I expected. Your mother and I are separated now. We might divorce. I'm finally understanding how much damage we did, and I'm trying to figure out how to be a better person. You were right about everything. I hope you're happy. I hope David treats you well. I hope you've found the peace you deserved all along. If you ever want to talk, I'll be here. If you never do, I understand. I love you. I'm sorry it took me so long to show it in a way that mattered. Dad, I cried when I read it. Big, ugly, cathartic tears. Do you want to respond? David asked. Not yet, but maybe someday. That's okay too. On my 30th birthday, David threw me a small party. Just close friends, his family, and a beautiful cake from my favorite bakery. No one forgot. No one was late. No one made it about anyone else. At midnight, I got a text from an unknown number. Happy birthday, Emma. I hope it's everything you deserve. It was my dad. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I typed back, thank you. 3 minutes later, thank you for responding. That means more than you know. I didn't reply again. But I didn't delete his number either. I don't know what the future holds with my family. I don't know if I'll ever fully reconcile with my dad, or if my mom will ever acknowledge what she did, or if Madison will ever genuinely apologize. Some days I think I want to try. Other days I'm sure the door should stay closed. But here's what I do know. I am enough. I was always enough, and I don't need anyone's approval to prove it. On my wedding day, I played a voicemail that destroyed my family. But maybe my family was already destroyed. Maybe I just stopped pretending we were whole. And maybe that was the kindest thing I could have done for myself. I look at my life now, my husband who sees me, my job that challenges me, my friends who choose me, my little house by the ocean, and I realize something. I didn't lose my family. I found myself, and that was worth everything.